Attention, you are now listening to a Final Level podcast with Ice-T
and Mick Benzo.
If you are offended by words like shit, fuck, ass, low motherfucker, whatever,
stop this podcast now.
And by the way,
this is the hardest podcast on earth. Hey, yo, what's up out there? Final Level podcast number 44. Ice-T and the one and only
Mick Benzo. This is just like a real good goddamn weapon, a 44. You know?
A 44 Magnum.
Yeah, man, that's what we made it, 44 of these things called podcasts.
Yeah, and to all the people out there that, you know, I'm sure every time a podcast go up, we get absolutely new listeners. Take a little time, subscribe to the podcast. That way it can come to your phone or come to your computer without looking for it. You know, it comes out every 2 weeks on Wednesdays. And, you know, we're very happy with the response we're getting from our fans. People write us. What do they write us at, Mick? What's the email?
iceandmick@gmail.com. ICEANDMICK, iceandmick@gmail.com.
Or you can just comment to us on Twitter. I'm at Final Level, just I'm like the podcast.
And I'm at Mick Benzo.
Mick Benzo. And we respond, we retweet, we let people know that, you know, that sometimes when you guys comment, that's what allows us to retweet and promote the podcast anymore. And this is just a new way of getting information to people that want information. You know, we already know what's going on the radio. You know, the same 20 songs playing over and over again. Sometimes when you go to the gym, sometimes when you're driving in your car, you pop in a podcast. Hopefully when it's over, you're a little bit more intelligent.
Yeah, you know, because we do teach a lot of things on the podcast. Last one, we had my man here from the Disco Fever, Sal himself.
That was incredible.
We had the original Sal from New York City in the Bronx, you know, Disco Fever. And then before that, we had our dude, KRS-One and Crazy Legs, man.
And, you know, people hit me up about the KRS-One, and they hit me up about Sal because they were like, wow.
Yeah, you know
they
what's
didn't know any of that stuff.
You know what's so funny, man? We sit here and we do these podcasts and we have a good time, and they keep bringing up this one name. And I said, man, we got to find that dude. But we're going to let y'all know who it is because everyone that we did, from Curtis Blow to KRS-One to Sal, they keep mentioning this one name. This gentleman, he was from Harlem, too, though. He was from Harlem. He wasn't from the Bronx, but they keep mentioning him. So we found him. We ain't going to tell you who he is yet, though, Ice. We ain't going to tell him yet. So
well, why not? Why not? I mean there's no way, nothing left to say, but we have the very, you do the introduction.
You know, y'all been to Los Angeles, California, right? Y'all walk on Hollywood Boulevard, right? And that's called L.A. We're talking about DJ Hollywood. Ooh, ooh.
What's
yes,
up,
sir.
Hollywood?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hey. Finally.
Is you the original?
Finally.
The original?
They talking to the original finally.
Oh, wow. Damn, you know what? That's some real shit right there.
And, you know, Hollywood, me being a rapper from L.A., you know, I'm quick to tell people, like, we had nothing to do at the beginning of hip-hop. We had a little street scene. We had a gang scene. But when hip-hop came, we were infected with it. And we loved it and tried to do our version of it. But we are very much like, how do you say, we love the history. We want to know where it came from and where it started. And you were just telling me earlier, this is it.
Oh, yeah. This is true.
This is the beginning?
Yeah. Let me start off by saying, in every interview, in every set of hip-hop facts and non-facts and hip-hop cracks and non-cracks, hip-hop fronts and hip-hop backs, there's always somebody saying DJ Hollywood did something.
Yeah, Pete DJ Jones.
Amazing fact to me is I'm still alive. I'm not dead. So why is everybody talking about me when they could get me? It's amazing that the groundwork I laid for this to be what it is, the respect level I get only if I appear. If I'm not standing in front of somebody, they don't say nothing. Last night we did something with Rakim, and it was a documentary we were filming, and the guy that was running the whole show didn't even know who I was.
Right.
He was pretty young, though. He was pretty young.
Yeah, but I'm just saying that's the state of where we at. For me, everybody's pretty young.
Right.
Well, I got to say this, Hollywood. WBLS, Pete DJ Jones, rest in peace. He spoke about you a lot, and he was up in the Bronx and Ogden Avenue, and you came through.
Yeah. Pete was a giant. Not only was he tall, he was a giant. He laid down a lot of work before people of today's musical era. See, this is all before hip-hop.
Correct.
And it was Pete DJ Jones, Grandmaster Flowers.
Hold it. We're going to go into the interview a little bit later. We're going to go deep into the interview because I know you about to go so deep.
Okay.
But we want to just have a little fun with the podcast. So we got DJ Hollywood in the building. I don't want to cut you off because I'm going to let you start at the beginning. Okay. But we just want to welcome you to the podcast. It's an honor because, like, when you said people can find you, I couldn't find you without Mickey. So we got to take our hats off to Mickey Benson for being connected to the real. You know what I'm saying? There ain't no way Ice-T could have found DJ Hollywood without Mickey. But you're here, so you ready to go on this podcast with us?
I'm ready to travel, baby.
Okay.
Let's get the engine started.
Let's go. And this is news. On the podcast, we talk about current events, and we just see how you could chime in on them. But me and you were talking about early, the biggest news really is the birth of my daughter.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Baby Chanel.
Oh, man.
Baby Chanel.
And, everybody, Coco my wife, didn't announce she was pregnant till she was 5 months in. She went on a full tour with us in Europe. Nobody knew.
Yep.
Only Mickey's wife knew. She didn't even tell Mickey.
Yeah.
And, then,
true.
So the pregnancy seemed like it was only 4 months because she held it for so long.
Wow.
And we had the baby Saturday morning. Coco went in there like a champ. She went in there Friday night. I spent the night with her. She woke up the next morning talking about, I don't feel comfortable. I don't feel comfortable. She did the epidural where they, give them the medicine so they don't feel it. Mm-hmm. By 11:45, she says, I feel something. They checked her. They said, oh, this baby's ready to come. They told her how to push. 3 times she pushed. This third time, then they said, okay, let's go. She pushed once, didn't come. Pushed the second time. Third time, baby just came out. Chanel popped on the scene, looked at me and said, oh, shit, it's Ice-T and Coco. She was like, what the fuck are y'all doing here?
Hey, for the listeners, though, for the listeners that are listening right now to this podcast, we talking about baby Chanel.
Yeah, my daughter,
Ice and Coco had a baby. Does she got a Facebook or a Twitter or Instagram?
Okay, so this is what happened. This is the story. Yes, she got a Twitter page and Instagram.
Get out of here. Word?
Coco started, of course, as a proud mother, posting pictures. And I said, you know what?
Whoa. You didn't sell any pictures?
No, we didn't do that. That's corny to us. We're not selling pictures or making people wait to know anything about the baby. We're normal people. We have jobs.
Got you.
Don't, what are we going to get? A few 100,000, whatever you're getting. Nah.
That's exploiting.
We want to show our baby. We were proud. Mm-hmm. So what I did, Hollywood, I said, you know what? Let's start her, instead of me overwhelming pictures, because a proud dad, I'm going to post 50 pictures.
Right.
Coco will blow people out. I said, why don't we just make her own Twitter page, her own Instagram page, and then she can just load them up with her own pictures. Like, that way, you don't come to this page if you don't want to see baby pictures, right? Okay, so she listen, in 1 week, it's 1 week now, last Saturday, she has 175,000 Instagram followers and like 27,000
Twitter
followers.
And that's baby Chanel.
That's baby. Now, this is making a lot of people feel some kind of way. They're like, what is this, baby? What do you feel about that, Hollywood?
I'm trying to think about when I was 5 years old, not that many people knew me.
Hey, she's popular, and, we're just proud parents. And, of course, you didn't have Twitter. You didn't have the way of sharing stuff now. But now you can put it on the net for everybody to see, and people are – and you know what? It's funny. We've had all this response. This is one thing I want to say about the world. as much as haters is out there, as much negative shit that's out there, 99.99999% nothing but love. Everybody's saying the nicest stuff. Nobody's saying nothing negative. We got one person that said we think Coco is exploiting her baby by showing her pictures. We're like,
she's excited. Coco's first child.
Parents showing pictures. We're not asking for any money.
Right.
She's happy of that. So, that's just a person.
Well, that's just, that's the same as saying, oh man, now they made the Wiz it's racist because it's black. But the original, wasn't no black people in the original?
Right,
How could
right.
you do that?
So people, but you have to just, when you have 100% in one category and that's like you doing a party and everybody had a good time, but there's one guy in the corner who's sitting.
Yeah, he ain't played my record.
Right. And he didn't have a good time. So you could either made him happy and leave the other 100 upset. So anyway, forget that idiot that said that. We are so happy and so pleased with the response that we have gotten from the people out there. I'm sure there's people that don't like me and Coco. They kept their mouth shut. They went about their way. But all the love, and the baby's home. She's healthy.
She love her two brothers, though.
Spartacus and Maximus.
Yeah,
we got two bulldogs.
Yeah.
Animals are so intelligent. Like, they know it's a baby.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And like, Maximus, he's kind of clumsy, the big one. And we like, Maximus, baby. And he starts sniffing her and stuff. Now he lays right next to her. Like, don't touch this baby. Because animals are way smarter than you give them credit for,
Well, how could you say a dog is dumb when a dog can understand English and you can't speak dog?
Good answer.
Good answer, Hollywood.
Damn good answer.
The dog is smart. The dog sits there and watches it. So, I just want to give a shout out to everybody. Now, if you want to follow, if you're on this podcast, her Twitter is at Baby Chanel Nicole, and on Instagram she's Chanel Nicole on Instagram, and she's it's just pictures of her.
I know one thing. I know Ice and Tisha can't wait to see their sister.
Ice and Tisha are happy because she's only following them, and they got boosted up in their followers. Little Ice called up like, "Yo, I got 5,000 new fans." Like, God,
man, my niece got to add Mick Benzo, man. I got to talk to my niece. I have to talk to my damn niece Chanel.
Mickey
I got to call
wants in on this following
her
thing to get some boosts, but she's keeping it. She's keeping it really tight to the hip. She's hard to talk to. No, I'm just playing. My daughter she's sweet. And
hey, I see one guy following Baby Chanel. I think he likes her.
Oh, you talking about Ludo?
He's on her, man.
Ludo. That's my co-star on the show, Kelly Giddish. She had her baby about a month maybe a month before Chanel, and he's already texting her.
Yeah.
So he's trying to get in. Even Seth called. Seth's son is 9, talking about 9 years. That's not a bad gap, 9 years older than her. He's trying to make his play for my kid. Like, Lord have mercy. But I just want to say, for honest, and I bullshit a lot on the podcast. At this point in my career, being my age, I'm 57 years old. So to be at this point, I didn't really know what was going to make me excited. Like another hit record, no. Another show, nothing. The car. I've been very fortunate. This really got me excited. It was something that really said, wow, wake up. It was a great present. It's Christmas time. It kind of just brought out joy in my whole crew. Mickey's smiling. Everybody's happy. It's a beautiful thing.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful thing.
See, we don't only just on the podcast just talk about this and talk about that. This was intimate for those who listen to this podcast. That's as close as you're going to get to Ice-T.
Yeah, honest truth. And I just want to thank you guys out there for being so real and wishing, my family good luck. And I wish the same back to yours. So much people just saying negative things about it. And sometimes you'll get caught and believe that this whole world is just negative and people are all full of bullshit. But it's unfortunate that the negative stuff speaks louder. You hear it louder than the positive stuff. And, that was a positive moment in my life. And we got a little kid in the building named Chanel Nicole Marrow. And go check her out on her Instagram before she hits 200,000. And that was news.
Yes, sir.
Let's talk TV. You watch TV?
Nope.
Okay. You went to the movies?
Nope.
Oh, you like Mickey.
Yep.
I spend my time with my music, man. You know what I'm saying?
You don't watch nothing on TV, Hollywood? Stop playing.
my wife, she doesn't even allow us to touch the TV because
What's she watching?
She records Jerry Springer, the other dude.
Wait, hold up. All right, this is TV. Now, what does your wife watch?
She watches Jerry Springer. What's the other dude?
Maury?
Steve Maury.
This is not, you are
Bill,
not the father.
Bill, whatever.
Oh, that crazy dude, Bill,
Yeah.
that likes to get on his knees?
Right. Okay. She records these things while she's at work.
Really?
So when she comes home, back up from the TV, I'm putting my stories on.
These are her shows. Now,
And-
you know
and-
those things will drive you crazy, those particular shows.
Oh, but that's just the first half of her night.
Okay.
Okay, what's
The
the second?
second half of her night is all the murder shows.
Oh, murder porn.
Please,
Yeah.
Be careful.
That's what Coco watches.
Yeah, but I'll be asking her, what are you planning? Are you trying to find a way to take care of some business or something? You know, let me know right now. You know what I'm saying? I just want to get my box ready. So,
We watch Snap. We watch Snap Killer
Yeah.
Couples. We watch Behind Fame Murders. We watch every one of those things, and Law and Order SVU, which is another version of it.
well, you know, I peep that, but I peep that in long segments. When I
Right.
when I get to Law and Order, you understand? It's the marathon. You know,
It's the weekend.
Like, this is like the football game right now. Don't bother me. You know, and you know what's amazing? I have watched a lot of marathons,
Right.
And I always see a show on there that I haven't seen before.
Yeah, we've-
I'll be like, yo, these people are working harder than
We're
hell.
getting close to 400 episodes.
Yeah.
Hollywood.
Well, I guess I'm like 300,
Yeah,
maybe
you're missing it,
299, because
yeah.
I always see a show come on there. I'll be like, I ain't see that.
I didn't see that one before.
Yeah.
Well, I've been watching television. I mean, I love listening. One time, you know, when we do these interviews, we like to just see what's going on in the household a little bit, knowing something more about people than we know the story, but then I like to know what's going on. I mean, right now I'm watching this new show called Into the Badlands. It comes on after Walking Dead. It comes on, and it's like a kung fu movie.
I still haven't seen
I
it.
love it. It's like all hood niggas like karate movies.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's heavy karate. So I'm watching that, and then there's another one I'm watching called Ash versus Evil Dead because I'm a big horror fan. So they got this show, and Evil Dead was kind of like a comedy horror. It's like horror, but it's funny, and I watched that. I'm pretty much stuck on that. Of course, we told everybody that listens to the podcast knows we sent you out to go watch Narcos.
Yeah, that
and
was
now you're
decent.
saying thank you very
Narco
much.
was great. You seen that on Netflix?
Yeah, Narcos is the business.
Haven't seen.
Got to see it.
Yeah, haven't seen any
It's good
TV.
stuff. But, TV is just something that's just there for you to tune into. But the fact that your wife watches what we call it murder porn, it's just watching people die and plots. So what do you think?
I'll be like, can we watch something else?
Well, my advice, Hollywood? My advice is this. If your wife is watching Snapped and Killer Couples, I advise you to watch it with her.
I mean, I can only watch it for a minute.
Then as she's watching it, like when the woman kills her husband, look over at her. See if she's laughing or smiling or, when she cuts the guy's dick
Check her
off.
temperature.
yeah.
Gotta check her temperature.
Like when, yeah. She just
But
cut
I don't
the
have to
guy's
really
dick
check
off.
nothing. It has to be great joy brought to her by the TV because she is got like, boom. And it's like on 2 or 3 different channels. So
Hide the
when the
silverware.
commercial comes on, she flipped to the other one.
She's good.
Yeah,
hide,
man.
hide the silverware. Be careful, Hollywood. We're going to check in on you. I think we got to watch. We got to call Hollywood every morning.
Yeah, I gotta check in on you, Hollywood.
Well, you got to understand when you tell the truth and you're not afraid of dying, everything that comes at you is from people that be lying. Yeah. Liars are people who can't help themselves. They lie about nothing. Something that's You know,
You're
like,
right.
I got one of those. They ain't got shit.
They lie when they don't have to lie.
Yeah, like I said, for no reason at all. I mean, dude told me, yo, I said, man, you know, I'm trying to get this acapella, man, boom, and I'm having problems with that. He said, oh, man, I got that.
Did he ever give it to you?
No, because he don't have it. Just to be able to say, I'm somebody.
We used to always tell people, you ain't got to lie to kick it.
Yeah.
You don't have to. We don't need, just, yeah. Hey, but you know what? That was TV.
Yes, sir.
Hey, yo, this Fine Level Podcast number 44 with the incredible DJ Hollywood, and this is sports.
Hey, Hollywood, man.
Yes.
You know, this past weekend, right, I was watching football. I was a real fan of this football team. I think they was the Small Giants or something like that.
Yeah.
Small Giants, I think, or the Little Giants.
The New York Giants.
Oh,
Yeah.
New York Giants.
The Gents.
Well, look, I think they need to dismount that whole damn team. What do you think, Hollywood?
I think that their time has come and gone. Their leadership now needs to be switched over.
Who you talking about? The Knicks too? Them two?
Yeah. Well, let's do this. New York teams,
Yeah.
because they're all going down the tubes, and they're taking us with them. I was an average sports watcher up until like 2 years ago. All of the New York teams just started losing.
Yeah.
And
You know what? The Knicks will win 3 games though.
yeah, they'll win 3 games and lose 200. Yeah, they got 3 in a row, and then they 200 and something after that. And listen, listen. The reason I don't watch sports or anything anymore because I am a New York fan.
Yeah, me too.
Of all my teams, the
Me
Jets,
too.
Oh, my God.
Yankees,
They upsetting
Mets.
me. They upsetting me.
Yo, all of them. Yeah,
I'm done with them. I'm done with Tom and all of them. I'm Tom
They
with
need
Tom
to
and
probably,
all of them.
maybe your football teams need to.
We need a new coach.
Jersey.
We need a new
I heard a
coach.
joke the other day.
What's the joke?
Dude told me, he said, yeah, man, I used to hang out with Carmelo Anthony, man, back in the days, man. We used to smoke reefer together. I said, oh, shit, I didn't know that, man. He said, yeah, man, but the only reason I stopped fucking with him because he don't pass.
Oh,
Now, that's a joke, y'all.
That's a joke.
That's a joke.
All right?
No,
now get it and
Carmelo.
understand it.
Yeah, yeah.
Doesn't pass the ball on the damn team.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
No
what
offense,
do you
Carmelo.
think about New York teams playing in New Jersey? They don't, the football teams, both Jets and the Giants share one stadium,
Meadowlands.
and it's in New Jersey.
That's what the problem is. Change their name to
Well,
New
that's
Jersey
because-
Giants and New Jersey Jets.
Yeah,
no
but
more.
that's because the rent is cheaper. Come on, man. We about paying bills. New York, they know how to conserve money. Madison Square Garden costs so much. Let's move the team to Jersey.
No, they took the Nets to Barclay in Brooklyn.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, they brung them back, you mean?
They got rid of them over here and brought them back.
Yeah, because they was in New Jersey, too.
Exactly.
Yeah, Civic
So
Center.
you guys are you calling it a day on all New York teams?
Yeah, for real. They got to dismantle
Listen,
them.
I'm still a fan, but I'm not going to watch it.
I'm a Raider fan, and Raiders actually are winning a few games this season. So
That's
all
good.
the Raider fans are diehard. I was an LA Raider fan, so when they moved to Oakland, I was like, okay. But I still love that black and gray, and I love it when the Raiders win. That's just
Well,
close to my heart.
Giants, they the small guys now.
Yeah,
They small
man.
guys.
Wow.
And that
Was
was
sports.
sports. Yo, this is Ice-T Podcast number 44,
I'm Mick Benzo.
and this is Games.
You know what's funny, man? You've been talking about games on a lot of our podcasts right now. My son had a PS4. I don't know what that is, right? We
Right.
sold that to
Sony.
GameStop, right? We sold it to GameStop. And 3 weeks ago, he said, Dad, I need a PS4 because all my friends got. Didn't you just sell a goddamn console?
Was it an old one? He needs a new one.
It was a PS4. What do you mean? They got the new PS4 1 and PS4 2 or
Yeah,
PS4?
they get new. Man, look.
See, that's why I don't know nothing about no games, see?
Hey, your kid knows, and he wants some shits, and they cost as much as a new car. They want to, the gaming consoles cost about $500. You can get them cheaper, but they're like $300, $350 by the time you get a game.
Ridiculous.
That's a $500 investment. You
Yeah.
know anything about video games, Hollywood?
Nope.
Nope.
Yeah,
Well,
I don't play no games.
any of your kids playing?
Yeah, my kid plays. He got the
Madden?
Stationist, Xbox, all of that. But I don't play the games because I can't keep up.
Yeah. Well, you gotta have. There's a learning curve in those video games, and you have to learn. That's one of the reasons I never started playing Halo, because Halo moves very, very fast, and I never got into it. But I just been playing a couple of games. I played most recently. I got into this game, Fallout 4. Let me tell you about this game. Now I'm gonna talk strictly to the gamers out there, and they know Fallout 4 is a dense game. Like it takes a long time. You can get into it, and you can go on and on and on. But I kind of maxed that game out. I got to the point where I blew up the world. I set
What's the name of it? What's the name of it?
Fallout 4. You're like walking through this wasteland, this post-apocalyptic wasteland, and basically you're just getting better guns. And the end of these games, it's probably like you get money. The money allows you to get better guns, and the guns allow you to fight the bad guys easier. Okay. You start off with like a pea shooter, and you're out of there against these big-ass super mutants, and they kill you. And then as you get better, you get a bigger gun, and then you can just zap the motherfuckers, and it's fun. It's some type of weird satisfaction. So I do it. Mickey knows I do it. I play him. It just relaxes me because I just go into the world. But I hit this part of Fallout 4 the same way I did with Metal Gear, that I've kind of plateaued the game out. And now I keep going back to this area called Sanctuary, and this dude just keeps sending me on these goddamn missions, killing zombies, killing some motherfuckers, and I win 100 bottle caps, and he just keeps sending me the fuck out, and I'm using that money to buy fucking some power from my fucking suit, and I'm just like, yo, I'm getting burnt out. So today, I said, I'm going to stop paying Fallout 4. I'm at level 45 on Fallout 4. I want to play something else, and I just put in Call of Duty, the new Call of Duty, right? This is going somewhere. New Call of Duty, Black Ops 3. So I'm playing the game. I go into the campaign. That's when you play through a story. I hit the button, and who the fuck is the star of the new Call of Duty? Chris Maloney
from Law and Order.
So Chris is standing there talking to me now. I'm a little salty about this. And Chris, you might be listening to this, because when I used to be on Law and Order, I would be in my room playing my video games all the time. I'm playing Gears of War. I was a character in Gears of War. Chris would poke his head in. What you doing? I'm playing video games. I'm explaining him video games. I don't play video games. He's a reader. Now, Chris, the game I want to be in, the game I should be in, Call of Duty, Chris's ass is a star of the motherfucking
from
game.
Law and Order.
And every time I get to this level, I got to look at Chris talk to me. I'm like, Chris, you owe me a check because I turned you on to the video game, and now you the star of the game.
Wow.
But, yeah, Chris is in.
That's big.
Yeah, Black Ops. And... yeah, I'm a little salty about that in a good way, y'all.
But that's dope, though. That's dope. One of your team players from Law and Order on it. That's hot, though.
But they're using real people in games. Like, this is a new lane for actors to play the video games. Video games are becoming more and more like films and stuff. So I'm happy for Chris. But at the same time, Chris, send me a check for that, man. I kind of gave you the game. You filled me, Hollywood.
Yes,
I kind of gave you the game a little bit. But, yeah,
Just remember, brother,
Yeah.
But I'm going to be in another game. I got a call from Cliffy B. Gamer people out there know who Cliffy B is. So he called me about another game he's working on. But that's the game portion. I've been playing Fallout 4. I kind of plateaued Fallout 4. Now I'm playing. I just started today Call of Duty. Had the video game sitting around. I just haven't put it in. Yeah. You got to go into. I started playing zombies and all that kind of shit. But I tell y'all, I'm a casual gamer. I do it just to buy my time. Now I have some vacation time coming up, and I'm going to sit home, watch my little girl, and play video games and mind my motherfucking business. Remember this. Video games save lives.
Well, guess what, though, man? Before we end this game segment, man, I fuck some Pac-Man up.
Here he goes with that Pac-Man shit.
I fuck it up.
He's an old school gamer. But look, video games save lives. Allows people like me to kill people on the screen versus killing people in the streets. And that was games. Hey, yo, people. It's podcast number what, Mick?
44, man. I tell you, like a magnum, baby.
And in the building,
We told you earlier,
we have
the one and only.
the essence, the beginning, the original. And I always tell people there can only be one original. Everything else is a copy of that original.
Mm-hmm.
Do you agree? DJ Hollywood is in the building.
DJ Hollywood.
Yes, sir.
So listen, I'm going to come at you straight. I'm from the old... Well, no, let me shut up. I am from not the old school. But now they call me old school, Hollywood.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, but I'm from the first generation of West Coast rappers.
Correct.
And when I came out, I was one of the first people on the West Coast to attempt to rap like New York rappers. So I know what it's like to be at the forefront of a movement, so to speak.
Right. What year was that?
Shoot, who knows? You guys have been rapping fucking 40 years by then. I'm just saying. For me, being in an area where no one was rapping and you're trying to rap is they're looking at you crazy.
Yeah.
Now, tell me how it started. It was a blank piece of paper for you.
Okay, just coming into the game before this happened.
Let's say before you were a DJ.
Right, I'm saying that's where I'm at. Before this happened, I was in singing groups. New York was big on talent shows. There was a talent show everywhere. All the after-school projects, all the YMCAs, all the bathhouses, all the boys' clubs. Everybody had a talent show. And
How old were you then? How old were you then, though?
Let's say
Around
11, 12. Okay. And we were doing the Temptations, Blue Magic, because we had the choreography, because I was the choreographer. So steps and white gloves and matching outfits, all these things were what we were about. And as we started to get better and better at it, it went to all the guys' heads because girls are screaming now when we come out. Oh! You know what I'm saying? Started out, we was sitting on the stoop in the block singing. And girls jumping double dutch, people playing loadies in the street. We got scooters going up and down. You know, we couldn't afford those real scooters, so we had the scooters with the 2x4, the milk crate, the wooden milk crate, and the skates on the bottom. So we had our scooters, and people had bicycles, and this is what we did. This was our daily routine. But we would sit on the stoop and start harmonizing, and girls would stop jumping rope and come over and sit and listen, you know, as we putting little songs together. And we started getting pretty good. And then we started winning trophies like crazy. Every place we went. As a matter of fact, one time we went in Manhattanville, and they had a talent show, and we were rocking. And
We talking about New York City?
yeah, Manhattanville. Yeah, they had a talent show. We went over there, man, and we went in. Girls were screaming and shouting, and my man made a little dick movement on the stage to some girl, and her man was like, "Yo, nigga, when you come outside, we gotta get you." I'm like, "Yo, man, I told you niggas, man, we gotta just stick to the script. What are y'all doing?" You know? So it was a girl we grew up with. Her name was Jenny, and she had the big knockers. Oh my God, she was young.
You remember that shit, huh?
Yeah, it's what I hit, but that's how I got out of the joint. I put my head on the knocker, and we went blocker, 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 blocker. You know what I'm saying? I walked out, and everybody else ran. You know, those were the type of things. That's how serious people were about the talent. I always could dance. Whenever you go to the gym party and everybody's rocking, and then all of a sudden you see it's a circle, niggas is watching the people in the middle. Well, I was the one in the middle with the girl, getting it in. You know what I'm saying? When Shaft came out, I was drawing pistols and all kind of shit in my little dance. The lady that owned the bar, she used to stop, run outside. "Where Hollywood? Come here, come here, come here."
They always called you Hollywood.
Yeah, because I was always dancing. I was always theatrical. I was always some kind of, if I'm playing a game, I don't need no help. That's why I love my son right now. I could play my game by myself. I don't care who don't like it.
So when did you pick up the DJ game?
The DJ game came after this, right after this, when, we were at rehearsals. Everybody's got big now. They got big heads. Nobody want to rehearse. You can't have a show if you don't rehearse.
I know that. I got a rock band. I know that.
Yeah, if you don't rehearse, though, if you don't set your routines, if you don't keep your thing intact, if you don't dance in front of the mirror so everybody's moving the same way, when you do a show, you're going to look sloppy.
Mm-hmm.
I was a perfectionist at a young age when it comes to music. I was the guy riding to school with the hit parade. We singing all the way to school.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so now I'm sitting there. I got a guitar amp, and I got a microphone plugged into the guitar amp because that's what we used to rehearse with. We didn't have,
right.
studio shit, And I'm sitting there waiting on everybody. Ain't nobody showing up. After, half an hour went past. They ain't there yet. We supposed to have been started. I'm like, wow. You ain't had no cell phone, so you couldn't call nobody. The radio's playing. And this guy, Frankie Crocker,
rest in peace,
is on the radio, and he's kicking this smooth, laid-back, pimp-type style of flow, and then he was ending it with, like, you can't eat chicken on Sunday.
You can't do what?
You can't eat chicken on Sunday. He was smooth. This dude was the epitome of cool, man.
just out of nowhere.
You can't eat chicken on Sunday. Frankie Crocker, rest in peace.
Yeah. Like, see, at every night when he get ready to go off the air, that's 8 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
That joint come right on.
He was on WWRL or WBLS?
This is BLS.
Okay.
But I listened to him on WWRL too. That's how I was hip to him. But I was just talking about his smoothness. He was in this show. It's everybody in the world listening to this radio. No, it's 8 o'clock because that shit says, "There I go, there I go, there I go." That's his song. He going off the air with. And then like he would kick his little jewels, and oh man, I thought that was like fascinating. So I'm sitting there. I'm like, boom. Now, being that I'm a singer. And I'm playing records to try to, get my little DJ game together. My conversation, I started to sing as opposed to just talk.
Like what?
If I was snow, I would be cold. If I was a jug of wine, I would be old. But since none of this is true, and I'm right here with you, passing the time with the baddest jams I could find. And you get that little thing in your voice. Oh, yeah, right now. All right, if you're ready. You know what I'm saying? And all those things.
Let's go to the audio tape.
All those things pull you into doing your thing. Now, Pete DJ Jones.
Rest in peace.
Grandmaster Flowers. You had Riff and Cliff.
You said Grandmaster Flash?
Flowers.
Where you from?
Brooklyn.
Okay.
Yeah, Brooklyn is in the house. And these guys could mix, man. Oh, man, these guys could put records on, and the flow of the music was crazy. They could mix, but they never said nothing.
Gotcha.
Pete DJ Jones had KC, though.
Yeah,
man.
But I'm saying he had KC, but he was the guy. He was the guy that never said nothing. That's why he had to have KC.
Okay.
And KC was the ultimate announcer. His voice was big. His presence was crazy, and coming through the airwaves, his voice was magic.
Mm-hmm.
When I got to the point where I wanted to throw, my musical sense took me into singing whatever I'm saying. Right now, baby, in your neighborhood. You got to be ready because it's Hollywood. Boom, and I cut a record, you know what I'm saying? When a record would come on, see, back in the days when they made records had an A section and a B section.
Mm-hmm.
And inside the A section, when the record first dropped, there's going to be 4 bars or 8 bars of just music playing.
Mm-hmm.
On that 8 bar, boom, the singer's coming right in. Being a professional, I know that while I'm talking, I'm only going to be talking while the music's playing. As soon as that music is going off, I'm going off. because I'm going to respect the artist. Mm-hmm. And this is how I started out like that, recognizing situations with the music. And then they had the break part in the middle, and I come back in, bop, bop, bop. And when I get out the break, the dude starts singing again. And I thought that was like really clever. I thought this was like, wow, this is magic. And I was doing it so good, I could shut my mouth.
DJ
right
Hollywood.
And it was just a beautiful thing, man. I started doing this, and then there was a place on the west side called Charles Gallery. Charles Gallery was the elite spot.
Where was that at?
125th between 8th and St. Nicholas.
That's in Harlem.
Harlem. In Charles Gallery, you had to have the shirt and tie. And most of the time, guys had to have on a jacket. You had to have on hard bottoms. None of that other stuff, but they wasn't even hearing it. Richard Pryor used to come through there. A lot of celebrities would come through there because it was the elite spot. And the guy that was the manager, which was the owner's brother, he had Sunday nights. Sunday nights was his night. And that was a night that he had to work playing the music. When I introduced myself to him after we talked for a while and we got boom, 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 he realized that I was playing music. He said, well, stop by on Sunday. You know what I'm saying? I came by on Sunday, and he showed me a mixer with a headphone, and I was like,
whoa.
Amazed.
Wait a minute, hold on. What's this headphone for?
Around what year
You
was
mean
that?
you can hear the record before it comes on?
Around what year that was, Hollywood?
Oh, this got to be 70, 70, 71. Because at that time I'm doing all after-hour spots, speakeasies they call them. You know what I'm saying? I'm working every night in some after-hour spot. So Sundays I was in Charles Gallery with the headphones.
You wasn't eating chicken on Sunday.
No chicken. Charles Gallery. Yeah. I'm into this thing, man, and I'm going crazy. They had a Spanish guy there named Angelo. He was like the house DJ, but his thing was more like dance track music. You know what I'm saying? It's fast. No like real soulful stuff. You know what I'm saying? No laid back funky stuff. You know what I'm saying? His thing is boom, 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 boom. But the way he was changing the records was like, ooh. He had both records playing at the same time. You know what I'm saying? And then to go into the next record, and you didn't even know the record switch unless you knew the record per se.
Okay, listen, Hollywood. So, all right, the story, at this point, you in the DJ game. Okay, now, this is the big question. What was the first signs of what we today call hip-hop?
The first sign of that was in the after-hour spot when I'm kicking flavors. And
what after-hour spot?
The spot called Lubby's. This was 148 between 7th and Lenox. It was in the basement. You had to go down there. They search you to get in.
Right.
This is the old school. Really.
Yeah, this is before this moment. There was no hip hop.
No, there was no hip hop. This hip hop didn't even exist. And I'm rocking, and I'm putting my little lyrics together. I can't even remember those statements I made, but I got it down. I got it down where it really works. And the crowd, we open 6 days a week. It's jam packed in there, and the only reason it wasn't 7 because we wasn't open. yeah, every night, and we're talking about from 4 o'clock in the morning till like 8:30, 9 o'clock in the morning.
Now, at that moment, you say that was a sign of hip hop. What differentiates that from the other music? When did the needle say this is something different? This I'm doing here is something that's never been done.
Because the voice was added to the track.
Okay.
They didn't have people doing poetry because that's all it really was.
Okay.
They didn't have anybody doing poetry syncopated to the sound of the track.
There had been what we call spoken word.
Right.
People.
Well, then you had like Rudy Ray Moore, who would, if you know Willie Green, well, he was the baddest motherfucker the world has ever seen. I want you to take a good hot shit and screw your wig on tight, and I'm going to tell you about a bad motherfucker called Dolomite. Mm-hmm. Dolomite was from San Antonio. but it wasn't on time to the track.
Now, can I stop you for a minute? When I started rapping, I was making rhymes for the gangbangers.
Okay.
And I was doing that type of rhyming that wasn't syncopated.
Right.
And it took me a while. When I heard Sugar Hill Gang, that's when I said, oh, I'm kind of doing that, but I never tried it. So you flipped the record over and Good Times was on there, and that was the first day I really tried to lay my rhymes on a beat. It is a big difference.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So you decided we're going to drop these rhymes in syncopation.
Syncopation, because I'm a singer. So I'm talking and I'm singing what I'm doing, and you have to be on time.
Yeah.
Everything is by the clock. You know what I'm saying? So now I'm starting to do that. The difference between me and maybe like Pig Meat Malcolm or other Jocko Hendersons, I got 2 turntables and a microphone. Mm-hmm. This is my platform. I can go in any direction I want to go in as long as I'm playing what I'm playing and I'm talking to what I'm talking to. Their thing was laid out on the track already. They had one way to go, the way the record went, and when the record goes off, they're done.
Right.
I'm all night.
All night.
I'm all
You're a one-man
night.
band.
Yeah, all night. Hey, yo, and you know, coming through, like in after-hour spots, they always had a band. In parties, they always had a band. They didn't have no DJ. DJ was like downtown. Uptown, they had a party. It was a band playing, and then intermission, you know what I'm saying? And they put a tape or something, or one record would play or whatever, you know what I mean?
So now, how long was it before you crossed paths with Sal and the Fever?
Okay, Sal's father, Big Sally.
Yeah.
He had a spot called Sugar and Spice on 167th and Jerome before they put the Fever there. Mm-hmm. And I was in a place, when I come to the Bronx, was a place called 371.
371 Club, baby.
371 was owned by 10 guys. Each one of them had a skill. One was a carpenter. One was a bricklayer.
Right.
Everybody, so they built this club independently. The only one guy they had to hire was the electrician.
I love it. The place was owned by 10 guys.
Yeah, 10, and they called themselves the 10 Good Guys.
How about that?
All right, and they built this club. Now, when I come up there, they're putting the record on, letting it play,
taking it off,
and then taking it off. But they got 2 turntables. They doing this shit. You know, they take it off and then put the other record on the other turntable. So when I come up there, this girl that was a barmaid there, her name is Wendy. She was telling them about me because I was in a bunch of grapes on 125th. She was telling them about me, and they said, okay, well, bring them up. I come up there. This guy told me I could talk on the mic, but I couldn't touch the turntable. I'm like,
why not?
These guys was from South Carolina, North Carolina, all that. You know, it was the country boy way.
Yeah.
And they had the club. It's like the kid with the basketball. He can't play ball, but he got the ball. Mm-hmm. So you got to give him some game.
Got to put him in the game.
Yeah, you got to put him in the game. Even though he's messed up the whole damn team, you got to put him in the game. All right, so now they got the spot, they got the court, they got everything. So I'm coming in, and like, I wasn't really trying to go there. She was trying to get me there. So I went up there. He told me I could talk on the mic, but I couldn't touch the turntable. Mm-hmm. So I said, well, look, put on this record right here. He put on MFSB. That's a long break, you know, when the break comes in. So when the break comes in, after sitting there listening,
so you were actually feeding him the records to play?
No, I only fed him this one record.
Let me show you what
show you what I do. Mm-hmm. When he put it on, when it comes down, when it drops down, boom, I said, I'm bona fide, solidified, and I'm qualified to do just anything your heart can stand. It all depends on you. You see, I never lost a battle yet, and I don't knock on wood, because it's not how good I make it, baby, it's how I make it good. I'm listed in the yellow pages all around the world. I got 20 years experience in loving sweet young girls. I'm the king of the woman's world. They tell me from town to town. And when I find a deserving queen, well, I'm gonna share my crown. But until I meet my match, I think I'm going to have some fun. I'm going to keep on busting them out now, baby, and staying on the run. Now, I don't know, but I've been told by my brother that it's hip-hop. Says 64,000 weeping husbands been calling me Holly the Ripper. They say I'm spreading heartbreak just like a string, but all I'm guilty of is this tender love type thing. So if your woman is fine, my brother, it might be a crying shame because I might can't control my head and it'll be just one of those things.
DJ Hollywood.
Okay, so now after that, boom, I look at this dude and I step on out the booth.
And he's never heard anything like this over music.
Nothing to it at all. I step out the booth. I go. My man is with me. I say, yo, man, all right, let's go. Get in the car. Boom. We gone. Next thing I know, there's a call. Yo, these guys want to see you. These guys want to see you. I said, man, look, man, I can't deal with that, man. They playing the music, and I ain't, that ain't me.
Right.
I can't do that. No. They just want to see you. So I goes back up there, dude, say, man, you could do whatever you like. Go ahead, man, just do whatever. And from there, the Bronx came to life.
Okay, so now let's get to this. This is the big point we want to get to, and I know we were talking about it early. In the game, hip-hop, the history. You got Bambaataa with the Zulu Nation.
Right.
But the world, Kool Herc.
Right.
The father of hip-hop. Now, you told me earlier, there's a discrepancy because you were from Harlem. Why don't you build on that?
Well, the reason that they're promoting Kool Herc as the father of hip-hop is because they made this a Bronx network. They created a buzz that hip-hop starts in the Bronx, so therefore anything that doesn't have anything to do with the Bronx really doesn't happen. Now, this is New York City.
Doesn't matter, right?
Yeah, this is New York City, though, B. The Bronx, y'all doing this. Brooklyn, they doing that. Queens, they doing that. Long Island is doing this. All relative to what you're doing. What you did do is that goddamn breakdance. That breakdance belongs to the motherfucking Bronx, all right? I mean, there ain't...
I'm Mick Benzo, that's DJ Hollywood talking, and please listen.
Yeah, that wasn't nobody doing the stand on your head shit. You know what I'm saying? They had that on lock. But at their parties, you go and you see guys dancing with each other, ladies standing around. When I come to the Bronx, it's ladies.
No, we was doing
a
a hustle stop, man.
No, man, y'all wasn't doing no hustle.
We doing a goddamn hustle.
Y'all was hustling in the street, nigga. Y'all wasn't hustling in no club. Y'all niggas.
We did the hustle too now.
Okay, but when I come to the Bronx, that whole party thing changes because I got guys that's going to dance with the girls. We come in the Bronx with the freak dance.
Right.
And that changes the whole game. Now I'm kicking this flavor, and people is dancing. Like, I started the freak dance in the Bronx. I didn't start the freak dance. Don't get that quoted. I started the freak dance in the Bronx, though. And it was to Barry White. Boom, 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 boom. I'm like, now, what you need to do right now is act like you got a towel in your hand. Put it up above your head and wave it. Doom, doom. Da-dum. You know what I'm saying? And everybody got to shaking like that. And I said, now move up close on your freak and freak like your Jones is at its peak. Go down, just like a disco clown. Now throw your hands up in the skies and wave them around till you're hypnotized. Go down. You know what I'm saying? All those little things I put together. Like throw your hands in the air. That became because I've been to parties where it is packed.
But wait a minute. Hold on.
Right.
Let's stop. This is one of the most used hip-hop phrases ever. You invented that?
I invented that.
You invented it. Every time I say throw
invented
your
it.
hands in the air and wave like you just don't care, I'm saying DJ Hollywood.
You're doing DJ Hollywood.
How about Say Ho?
Say Ho, I'm part of that, but that comes from like a whole lot of shit. You know what I'm saying? But all the crowd response material is basically brought by me because I just did it on whims with my crew. See, I had a little team. for I think maybe 6, 7 people.
Just for the simple fact you said wave your hands in the air, that right there, everybody owes you $1.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. There's so many. I think between throw your hands in the air, wave them like you just don't care, and somebody scream ho, or lady say ow. I would love to know who invented that. That's a very ow. You did.
The lady say ow.
That was you?
Yeah.
I love it.
You know, all those things came in because I would go to parties and it'd be jam packed. And
right.
Niggas just be rocking, but ain't nobody saying shit.
Right.
My thing was, we got to make some noise in here. God, now this is the big one. God come to me and told me to release my spirit and my game will get bigger. Whoa. As a young kid, I used to do Sunday school and all that. So I was in touch with my spirit. I know how to find it. I knew how to touch it. I knew how to move it around. So now I was able to take my spirit and push it right through the speaker. The people on the other sides who are unaware of their spirits, all of a sudden I'm talking to their spirits, and they begin to respond.
So what I'm hearing here, and this is by no way any beef or gossip, because we talking to the real people. I got Mickey in here representing the Bronx. You feel that it's sort of a Bronx conspiracy not to give you your props and hand it over to Kool Herc?
I don't know about the conspiracy part of all that. I know about the Klan. You know what I'm saying? I know when you got a Klan and y'all make a plan, y'all follow the plan. That's it. Ain't nobody dissing DJ Hollywood because that can't happen.
Okay.
But if you don't have me on the set, you can say what you want to say because there's nothing else to go against what you say.
Got you.
You know, and that's with anything. If you have nothing, like in the Bronx, they say we got big sound systems and all that, but they had no sound system to compare to. Because kids in Queens had parents with great jobs and they had garages to put their equipment in. Big system in the Bronx was a nigga had his 3 or 4 speakers.
I had a speaker in my house.
And somebody else had another speaker. Somebody else had another speaker. Some niggas had 4 crates.
We were
Some
in
niggas had 3
apartments,
or 4
they got
crates.
house. We're in apartments, they have house. This is DJ Hollywood talking. I'm Mick Benzo. You are on the Final Level Podcast with Mick Benzo and Ice-T. DJ Hollywood is speaking, so I need y'all to actually listen, for real. I want to see where the love bug come in at, because Hollywood has a story.
It's real shit.
And everyone has a story, and this is what we all talk about, time frame. Hollywood definitely was DJing in Manhattan and came to the Bronx. Harlem and came to the Bronx, because even Pete DJ Jones had you in Ogden Avenue in the Bronx. I'm trying to find out how did he was the voice of New York City, Pete DJ Jones on WBLS.
The man.
So we try to figure out, okay, people that are listening to this podcast for real, listen and learn once again.
Okay, Pete used to work for a guy named M. Morton Hall. M. Morton Hall and Winston Saunders were the biggest promoters in New York City, period, hands down. Frankie Crocker became big because he got with Ron Delsner. Ron Delsner is a big dude with a lot of paper.
You know what I feel like right now? I feel like what they call them, paleontologists, where you're digging up dinosaur bones and you're trying to knock the dust off.
Anthropologists. Anthropologists.
Well, paleontologists are the ones that go after dinosaurs. So we're going in and we're knocking off the dust to try to get to the core of hip hop. Like, and I don't know if it's been dug this deep.
No.
Especially not by somebody like
DJ Hollywood doesn't get a lot of chance to speak on it. So guess what? Ice-T and Mick Benzo. Mick Benzo is from the Universal Zulu Nation, is a co-founder of the Universal Zulu Nation, and I need you to do me a favor. Listen.
So keep talking, Hollywood.
The biggest promoter was M. Morton Hall. M. Morton Hall did all of the love concerts. When you went to the Garden or when you went to the center downtown, M. Morton Hall was giving that concert, and he had all the love concerts, all the barcades, all those type of concerts. He was the man for that. And his man to play for all those shows was Pete DJ Jones. One time, Winston Saunders told him, let's get this guy Hollywood. He was like, who the hell is Hollywood? Okay, get him. I come. He said, okay, we getting ready to do the Boss Disco, Superstar 33. We want you to come in, and we want you to play. I said, okay, fine, I'm good. He said, how much you want? I said, 500. He said, 500? 500? Man, we ain't giving nobody no 500. I give Pete DJ Jones 150, and he bring the sound system. I said, well, you better hurry up and call him. You know, that's how it is with me. Finally, he just said, okay, let's see. When I finished working, he was like, this guy must be the Pied Piper of disco, because these niggas are running around like rats in here, and anything he say, they do. Now, he didn't know that over half the people at the party never saw me before either. Mm. My magic was good. I had my little 6 people that coordinates my chants. So when I say, come on, they say, let's go to work. Get the bone out your back, boy. Get the bone out your back, girl. Because we turn out, and that is all we be about. But that's in unison, and the crowd is now absorbed in the same thing when I went to the Apollo.
So you bought a choir?
Yeah.
Hollywood, did you ever record any music?
I recorded music, but I was unlucky with the recording because I recorded my record with Ralph McDonald. Ralph McDonald is a jazz musician, so what the fuck he know about it? But he is a bad
Hollywood.
He is a bad motherfucker in his own lane.
But you got to remember, like when you're making hip hop music, when I first was going in the studios, there were no hip hop producers. You're in there with rock guys and stuff like that. They didn't know what they was doing. We was trying to get them to turn the beat up louder, and they were like, no. You know, we had to fight with them, and a lot of the stuff that ended up on the records were mistakes. Like, they were just, we didn't know what we were doing in the studio, so it was crazy. So let's just move forward. Let's move forward. Okay, hip-hop comes. Why isn't anyone speaking about you? Why aren't you in the zone?
I was supposed to go to California. I was on Epic Records, and I was supposed to go to California.
You were on Epic Records as an artist?
Yeah.
Okay.
At that time, there was no hip-hop dudes on Epic Records. Mm-hmm. Columbia wasn't even playing none of that. Mm-hmm. But because of Ralph McDonald, mm-hmm. he got me that situation. Mm-hmm. On the day of us going to California, I was sitting in the after-hour spot with half a quart of cocaine.
Mm-hmm. There you go.
Some fine little honeys.
Turn it out.
Understand what I'm saying?
Turn it up.
And
truth be told,
the only thing you could hear in the room was,
truth be told.
You understand what I'm saying? So when my plane took off, I was still on the ground, but I still was flying. but I was immensely caught up in being high. After that, I caught the blackball because he got me on a contract for like 6 years. So I can't go no place else and do music. Mm-hmm. And this is the time when it's beginning to come alive, record-wise. Everybody was doing a record.
Was anybody else in the new generation helpful to you? You know, I mean, we heard Curtis Blow speak on you, different people like that. Did anybody else show you love?
Let me tell you a little something about speaking on who. I mean, speaking on me or speaking on you. The thing about that is when you speak on somebody and that's all you do, then nothing is done for the person that can do something. You have an opportunity and a window to open up a door for somebody. Mm-hmm. But you don't open that door. You just mention it. And you keep it moving. The thing about us as people is the reason why you're only as good as your last record. Because your track record that you put in, nobody gives a shit about that. Mm-hmm. James Brown, who to me, that's just me, this is personal, the baddest entertainer I ever saw in my life. Mm-hmm. But at the end of his career, every show he gave in New York, they didn't even advertise it on black radio. They advertise it on white radio. Why? Because white people will go and support James Brown because he's James Brown. And James Brown, old or new, old or young, was a bad motherfucker. This nigga was not no joke when it comes to a performance.
Absolutely. I seen him live.
The Godfather. The Godfather.
Yeah, but I'm saying,
soul.
now you take the Who or the Rolling Stones, and this is 2015. If you give a concert with them on it,
It'll sell out.
they'll walk away with duffel bags full of money because white people take care of their heroes.
You're right.
They don't let their heroes just go down the tube. In the black residency, if you don't have a hit record, you just sound good.
I mean, honestly, you're telling the truth because, like, right now, I don't really even need to make any more records because of my catalog. I can tour, but you know where you can tour heavy? Europe, where and you play to them audience because they hold the music you did so dear to them. It's like, you know, you like one of my boys said, you like Frank Sinatra now. Ice, you ain't got to make another record. Just play your catalog. But you're right. In the black community, it's like, well,
We don't support our heroes.
you ain't made no record in 5 years, so
Yeah, what
we don't
you
want to
doing?
see you. We don't want to see Houdini.
I ain't
Like,
paying. I ain't paying to see you.
It's different. You're right.
Yeah, they really don't want to pay to see a new artist, but everybody's at the thing, so that's where they're going.
So what's going on with Hollywood right now? You wrote a book.
I wrote a book, made no sales, just like a hammer. I'm just been nailed. Everything I come up with seems to fail, but that's not going to take me off my goddamn trail. I'm on my way. Don't know how I'm going to get there, but I'm going. And if you're not ready for me, it don't make no difference. I'm still coming. As long as I breathe and God gives me my talent, I'm coming at you. And I don't care how long it takes. I ain't even in a hurry no more. I used to be in a hurry. When I was young, I was old. Now I'm old, I'm young. Because when I was young, you couldn't tell me nothing.
Hollywood, you a motherfucker.
Told you.
You a motherfucker. Like, you think.
I told y'all.
Look, Hollywood.
DJ Hollywood.
Look, we gonna have to wrap. We gotta wrap the podcast up though because we got to do another one. But listen, how can the way people can connect to you? I think your story needs to be told. You know, they got these shows Unsung and all that kind of good stuff. How can people contact you? You have websites, any of the?
Nah, I don't got none of that. I'm before footage.
You gotta have some way to get. Find Mickey. Mickey can help.
Fine. If you know Mick Benzo, I don't care where you at in the world. If you know Mick Benzo, give him a call. He'll tell you how I ball.
This nigga said I'm before footage. I'm stealing that.
Yeah, man. They, you know, like the Super 8 film things. Man, nobody can find those shits, man. You know what I mean? But I'm gonna leave you with this.
Leave me with this, some more, baby, because we love this shit.
Before rap was a game, hip hop was a nation. Before Lauryn Hill began her miseducation. Before the milk was chillin' and P.E. brought the noise. Before Heavy D and the Boys. Before the roof caught on fire. Fresh was the word. Before Houdini and Friends, Roxanne's Revenge. Before the Freaks come out at night. Before Say Ho. Before the Crash Crew was rocking on the radio. Before Whitney, Mariah, Brandy, and Janet. Before the Soul Sonic Force was rocking the planet. Before These Are the Breaks. And before Hard Times, Sugar Hill, King Tim, and Super Rock. Before Reaganomics, kids got shot in stomachs. Before hip hop appeared in any comics. Before J's. Before we was trees. Going raw dog gave you dead of disease. Before haters, thugs, and perpetrators. Beef for the alphas. Beef for the betas. Before beepers, cell phones, and retro guards. FedEx food stamps and metro cards. Cops was 5-0. Gas was answers. Before B-boys turned into break dance. Before legs was crazy. Al was Swayze. L.O. said it was hot, humid, and hazy. Before tattoos, don't get it twisted. I'm hip-hop, I always existed in its physical form. The essence of rhyme. DJ Hollywood just one time. And once again, I'll tell you right before God, I'm king of the old podcast.
You just heard it from the best
podcast, brother.
DJ Hollywood. This is number 44. Ice, what do you think about that?
Hey, I mean, what do you say after that, DJ Hollywood? God bless you, man.
I appreciate it so much.
God bless you. Thanks for coming up here. You know what I'm saying? Mickey, thank you for sitting me in front of this legend, man, because like I'm saying, man, indirectly, everything that happened to me was because of something you started. So you gotta respect
No,
that.
we give Hollywood love, man.
Thank you.
Yeah, but I didn't.
know,
I
we
didn't.
know.
I
Yeah,
didn't give
yeah,
him.
we
any
know,
love.
we
See,
know,
when you
we
like
know.
you say when somebody's in front of you, say it then.
Yes, sir.
Don't wait till they somewhere else and then speak of them. Speak to them.
Yeah, you don't give flowers to the dead man.
Real talk. Hey, this is Ice-T.
I'm Mick Benzo.
DJ Hollywood.
Podcast 44.
Be good.
That's how I'm living. 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 That's how I'm living.